In this video, let's discuss about the very important formula for your massive career growth. Right? So this is very important. People always keep on asking me, sir, like if I'm not going for a job, if I don't want to go and do higher studies, or if I'm not doing any risky, high investment businesses. So what is that particular way, sir, to build an independent career model? Right? So one thing that you have to understand when you are building independent career model, right, there are 6 important elements that you need to keep in mind and also to implement, right? So one thing is that you need to understand building yourself, building skills, building profile, building community, right? And then you're focusing on building products and projects, right? You're focusing on building systems, right? All these 6 elements are essential components, but in right proportion you have to do it in order to become independent, right? In the right alignment, in the right structure, right? So that is very, very important. So that is what we are going to actually learn and understand in this particular video. So make sure that you stay till the end, because half knowledge is always dangerous. Make sure that once you start watching this, you complete the whole training, right? So that is when it gets integrated. So once you actually learn this, so share your learnings in the comment box so that it gets integrated, and then immediately find a way to go and implement it, right? You are getting the information, then you integrate it with your learnings and then find a way to go and implement, then it stays long term. Otherwise, you keep on watching the videos will not make things happen for you, right? It's all about implementation. But for implementation to happen, you have to completely listen to full information, integrate your lessons, and then go and implement it. Okay, so let's get started with this thing. So what is that one thing that what we need to be doing in terms of having a massive career growth to become independent in a much more faster way and in a much more easier way? This formula can change your life, right? So one thing that what you have to understand here in the journey, as we actually start our journey of becoming independent, so you need to understand that when you start, right? So let's consider that this is a line where of starting, right? Your starting journey. So initially when you're starting, you will be probably you are a kind of a person who used to be lazy, used to be watching a lot of movies, used to get easily distracted by Facebook, Instagram and various other things, not knowing what to do and all of that. So you start a journey, okay? You start your journey and you start growing. So this journey is called as PD. PD stands for personal development journey, right? That is where you understand this behavior is not good for me, this attitude is not good for me, I need to have a consistency, I should never quit, I should be committed, right? All these things you will get into that integration. So that is where you actually focus on building 2 things. Okay, so what are the 2 things that you focus on developing here is you building yourself and you building your skills, right? So to equip yourself to the next level. So personal development is all about that. So in this journey of starting, you start growing, you start feeling that sense of change in yourself. That is personal development. And personal development is never ending process. You're building yourself in terms of like what is not empowering for you, you got to keep on, like what is empowering you, you got to keep on increasing it. What is disempowering for you, you should keep on deleting that from your life, right? And then again with the skills, you need to be keep on improving your craft, improving your skills, taking your skills from practical to competent to cash cow, right? So literally making your skills lucrative. So this is one type of journey you are doing. So on the similar time, whenever you are starting, you also need to start another journey, right? You also need to start another journey, and that journey is very, very important. And that journey is of 2 things. Okay, so here is where you are actually focusing of your CD. What is CD stands for? CD stands for career development, right? So what are the activities that you need to be doing in career development? That is where you should actually focus on making these things happen, right? So whatever the self and skills are there, you got to see like how is that I can solve a problem, how is that I can build a system out of it that can actually work for you, right? So 24/7. So there are a lot of possible ways by which you do it, but in career development, your focus will be on two things, which is which is focusing on finding a solution for a problem and creating the projects and products, right? So that is what you focus on. That's number one. And then you focus on making that as a system. How do you actually make that as a system? But before this journey starts, so you also need to understand here, because many of the times when you actually start your journey, so this is a journey where you will, this is a place where this is no income or reward zone. You will not be having any income or reward when you are actually starting, right? So here you will not be having anything, but you cannot stay there, right? So that is where it is very, very important to do two more things here, right? What is it? So in the parallel section, you have to do all these 6. So the first one is building your skills, self and skills. And the second one here is, I'll be sharing about that in a while here. Okay. So here is where this is the result of you becoming independent development, or you can say income development or whatever, right? So that truly happens when you have these two things. Okay, what are those two things? That is, you building your profile in the marketplace. What's the word? You building your profile in the marketplace, which means that you're positioning about you doing this and this and this and this. So where people need to see that this is really worthwhile effort. And if you are not able to present that into the marketplace, then you are going to literally fail, right? You need to understand how well you make your profile visible, credible and magnetic in the marketplace. It has to be very, very magnetic. And more magnetic it is, more faster you become independent, and more faster you make your income, and more faster you can have whatever you want in your life. Along with that, if you are succeeding alone, it is very impossible, or I say it is an uphill task. You're pushing something on the uphill task if you're doing it alone. So you need to have something called as community. What's the word? Community, right? So community can actually do a huge lot of difference, right? So for you, so when you are actually building your profile and your community here, it feels like you're doing a lot of work but you're not getting anything, right? Or you are building yourself or skills, you will not see drastic results changes. But when the intersection, the right proportion of all these three starts coming in, so from there onwards, so you start doing personal development, so career development, your income development will be like magnificently proportional to how you grow your career development, how you grow your personal development, that much, which means that there is no cap, there is no limit for you becoming independent. So there is, or no limit on your income development, right? So the possibility is really huge when it comes to what you can actually do with this particular things. But it's very important to keep on analyzing your self results, your skills results, so making it improving to the next level. You keep on analyzing your profile. My profile is becoming visible. So because just making visible, it doesn't matter. It's about how many people you are able to make your profile visible to, how many people you know and how many people know you, right? So that is profile, right? And same thing is true with the community. How many people have out of that profile who have seen that said, this is crazy, this is really great, right? I want to be part of this particular journey. That is about your community. So what is that particular community? That what you are building with your independent journey, right? And then about projects and products which can solve the problems for that community, right? And then what is that particular systems that you create in order to support and serve that community, right? This is very important part of the journey as you create in the whole process. I hope that you are able to understand this in a very clearer way. So make sure that right now your action steps are like, write down your integrations, like, which means that write down what did you learn from this particular thing, what is your action steps, right? So where are you right now with your skills, where are you right now with your self improvements, what are the areas that you need to improve this month, write that down. What are the new skills that you will be developing this month, write that down, right? And then how is that what are the different ways by which you are going to build your profile in such a way that it reaches to as many people as possible, right? So what are the ways by which you develop your community, right? What are the projects and products that you want to actually focus on solving a particular problems and creating solutions for that, and how is that you want to scale that and take things to the next level. Because so those of you, if you're watching this for the first time, I would suggest like click on the link in the description. So there is something called as community, where you can actually be part of daily community meetups, right? That can be really game changer, because all these things you cannot learn in a single day to have a massive growth in your career. You have to start doing it every single day. This is like you going in here is not like the Rome or the Taj Mahal. It was not built on a single day, right? It was built every single day. It is like dot by dot, dot by dot, dot by dot, the line is created, right? So same thing is true with your life, right? So with your career growth or with your self growth is dot by dot, dot by dot, dot by dot, right? Every single day you're making effort, every single day. It's consistency. If you live in between, it's going to be half done, right? The journey has to be every single day, consistency, right? It is like you going into like a borewell or any place. So in order to pump the water, you have to keep on doing it consistently. Only then the water comes. Same thing is true with the life success or the career success. You need to do it every single day. And that's exactly how you are going to change your life. If you are interested, so fill the form below so that you can be part of the live community meetup, success community meetup, where you're going to learn about all of these particular things on a day-to-day basis. Like how do you grow yourself? How do you grow your skills? How do you build your profile? How do you build your community? How are you going to build projects and products? And how are you going to work on building your own independent systems for your community? All of that. This is going to be really great. So look forward to see you in the next training.